Ashton Jenny's on tonight.
Oh, should I live
Mountain West Championship. Whoever wins that game is in the college football playoffs.
What time is that?
It is 8 p.m. So
should I live react to the live stream?
Yeah, there's actually 3 championship games on tonight. Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State on CBS at 7. UNLV, Boise State on Fox at 8, and then Tulane with Army at 8 p.m. on ABC.
I saw the Tulane one because my coach played Tulane. He was all hyped about that.
Yeah.
Did you see that Big 10 and Big 12 championship tickets were like less than $12?
Dude, I saw the Big 10 championship tickets because I was going to tell you. I was like, man, because if you were still playing college football and your season was over, we would probably be in Indianapolis this weekend.
Oh, for
because sure. They're $5.
Yeah, Luke, one of my friends here on campus, he was like, dude, I'm going to the Big 12. I'm like, at Lucas Oil Field or whatever. Like, I'm so pumped. I'm like, good for you, bro.
Yeah, it's $5.
Yeah,
because all the Ohio State people are selling off the tickets.
Yeah,
nobody saw the loss coming.
Gosh. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be probably live reacting to Mount Union playing or live reacting to the MAC game tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be going to play a game at 7.
MAC is at noon. Yeah, I was gonna say because your game's at 7.
Yeah.
Big 10 championships at 8 p.m. I believe.
Oh yeah, so it is.
You ought to have two games on at once. Could you split screen your TV?
I could figure out something like that.
Live react to both. Have one score stream on one side. Have the other score stream on the other side. Because Big 12 championships also at noon, I believe. And that's at Jerry World. And it's between Iowa State and Arizona State. Whoever wins that game is going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm so pumped for this 12 bracket playoff.
Me too. It needed to happen. If it were me, I'd make it like March Madness and have 68 teams in there. Call it New Year's Madness.
That'd be too much football, I think. That'd be awful.
No, there's no such thing as too much football.
There would be some awful teams that get in. They don't deserve to be in at all.
Dude, let's get those guys in. Let's get those
That'd be over.
Teams in.
What? There's how many? There's 130.
134.
So that's over half. Right?
Let's get them all in. That's not, dude. There's an even number. Let's have all 134 teams
and do it by location, not by
like next weekend. Let's have Oregon play against Kent State. You're telling me you would not want to see that playoff game?
It'd be 105-0.
0-12 Kent State traveling to Eugene, Oregon.
Dude, I've seen so many Kent State like transfer portal. I'm going to the transfer portal.
Oh, dude, their entire team.
Their entire team's gone.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple like BGDBs leave, and I saw Terrion leave, and that's all I've seen from BG.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. Those guys are going into their senior season, and they had a really good season.
Did the Auburn transfer receiver stay? Are the receivers staying?
Yeah, he only had 1 year eligibility left. Like I said, it's going to be a transition year. Everybody's going to be sophomores and freshmen. They're going to have the starting running back's going to be that 3-star prospect that almost was a 4-star from Michigan. He's the number 1 recruit. That was a running back from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
They flipped a guy from UAB who's tied for their top recruit this year at quarterback. And the guy that went to state at quarterback from Indiana, he's playing too. So that'll be a good quarterback matchup. It'll be a down year. Bowl eligibility, probably not. But it'll be interesting to see how those guys do.
You heard it here first, boys.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
All right.
Can't talk. I'm cold. I'm actually cold. Like I can't talk.
I'm hot. You could probably see on my hair. I probably have sweat hair.
Little sweat bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got on my workout and I was like, hey, let's just get this. Let's get this tonight. I'm driving home with 75.
How was it? How was the workout?
It was all right.
You feel a little swollen now, or?
It was legs, so I just feel defeated.
That's how legs always make me feel.
I don't get people that like leg day. I can't stand it.
I like a bodybuilder leg day. Well, that's not true. I like a bodybuilder leg day, but I also really like an athletic leg day that just includes hamstring curls. I have fell in love with doing like any sort of glute bridge, anything to do with hamstrings, bro. I could do a full workout just hamstrings. I love it for some reason.
I just don't like any legs.
Yeah. I've been doing crazy core workout. I've been doing like I'll do like literally 3 sets of like a arm and legs, but super easy and just explosive. And then I'll do like 7 sets of core after my lift. I don't know why. I've just been doing a lot of crazy core stuff.
You're gonna be getting that Wolverine 6-pack?
Dude, I'm about to. I'm doing the Mount Union summer workout, and I'm back at it. I'm back in Mount Union shape. I feel like so. Not true at all, but
It's true.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I
actually just got the phone. I got off the phone with the president of the University of Mount Union. They wanted you to come back.
Scholarship this time. I'm the only player with a football.
Dude, they want you with they want you and having the NIL money. What was it? Mount Union brings like $10 million a year from alumni.
It's crazy.
Yeah, all like $9,999,999 are going to you to bring you back.
They're closing the university after this year. I'm just going there for 1 year.
Yeah, just to win national championship.
Yeah,
they're closing. They're risking their university closing.
All conference indoor football player on kickoff.
Yeah, on kickoff.
Yeah,
that's where they want you.
Warrior. Yeah.
That's where they want you.
$1 million to their to guy. Oh my gosh, dude! I guess that's what the NFL pays their special teams players. Yeah. Because isn't it like 250K is minimum or 700?
I think
750K.
I want to say it's 250K, but 750K sounds more like it for as the like veteran minimum. I think
something like that. Yeah. Anyways, ready to get started?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bench to Mike podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Foltz, also known as CF3.
I am also your host, Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez.
And today we are covering the Cincinnati versus TCU game we went to last week. It was a blast. It was so much fun. But before we get into that, I just want to announce that I am continuing my indoor season. I am doing more GoPro footage. It's all coming. I am actually switching up from the vlog style to just doing storytelling now. I'm going to see how that kind of goes with the channel and how the algorithm deals with that. And also, I am getting CF3 bumper stickers for my helmets for all my semi-pro leagues I'm going to be playing in. So I will have basically a free billboard on my forehead and on the back of my neck with my helmets on.
And you should put it on a car.
I should. I like that idea.
Put it on, what's your car's name?
Cheryl.
Put it on Cheryl.
I'm going to put it on Cheryl.
Give Cheryl a tap.
Yeah. So those are going to be coming in. Very excited for those. But that's about all the announcements we have in terms of the channel. But I have a game on the 7th, 14th, and 21st, back to back. But also, Chris, you want to announce the cancellation of the?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that after you were done giving your announcements. Unfortunately, we are canceling the Thursday night football game between the Browns and the Bengals. This is not on us. We were gonna go. We weren't gonna buy tickets till the week before because we were gonna bring a couple other people, but it's not happening because the NFL flexed it to Sunday at 1 p.m.
How dare you?
What are you? Why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, NFL?
Well, I think it's because the Browns and Bengals are straight trash.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a game that was going to be a game that was going to decide the AFC North, and both teams are booty cheeks.
Well, they said the Bengals are still in the hunt for a wild card.
They're like 4-7.
Yeah, I thought it was 3-8.
No, I think they have 4 wins.
Okay, well then.
But either way, they're
terrible.
Yeah,
that's probably why they got removed. Yeah, that's good booty cheeks.
That's why. But still, it's pretty disappointing.
It's still a great rivalry. It's still been a good game, I feel like.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we won't be able to be there because 1, it's on a Sunday, and it's just a lot of things are going on. 2, that is a weekend that he's going to be playing at Wisconsin, right? You're going to be playing a game in Wisconsin.
I think I'll be in Wisconsin. Well, on my way back from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm going to say, but you'll be in Wisconsin, but he'll be coming home, so it just wouldn't work. So our apologies.
Maybe live stream. Maybe live stream.
It's never out of the cards, but we will definitely be, of course, with the more openness of the schedule, we will be going to an NFL game at some point. But
honestly, stay tuned for season 3, football season of the Benchmark podcast, because like now that college football is over and we're in our last college year, we're gonna go nuts.
Yeah, stay tuned. Season 2 still gonna end strong. You know, we got some hockey games. We have a special announcement coming. Special surprise.
Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the graphic on the Instagram. I'm gonna go crazy with that one.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We may or may not be having a special guest as well. So we'll see.
Ooh, special guest.
But that's all we got for as far as the channel goes, right?
I think we covered everything. Just stay tuned for this December, dude. It's gonna be I just started, and I'm gonna have so many videos and so many shorts and so many everything.
Yep.
We're on the road to being monetized, and we are so very, very, very close. I'm pumped about it.
It's happening. Maybe this is the one that gets it.
Ooh, maybe this podcast goes crazy. Ooh, the hoodies and the business card need to start paying off here soon. Okay, we put an investment in. You start paying.
Hey, I wore my hoodie to the gym today, so someone had to have seen it.
100%, but they're probably too busy, like, looking at their veins and their sweet arms.
Although somebody wasn't last semester, because in the spring I think I wore it and somebody recognized me. They said how much they loved the channel.
That is so sick.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man, if you're still watching. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting into the game now. Cinci versus TCU. What was the final score, Chris?
20-13.
20-13. And that game was a snooze fest. It was an awful game. Receivers couldn't catch. TCU, they looked good because they were capitalizing on Cinci's mistakes.
They just looked less bad.
But they were both trash teams. But the uniform matchup, That was fire. I'll throw that out there. That was an awesome matchup.
It looked like Walmart, Oregon. I didn't really like the Chrome Domes. If
No.
it was Oregon, it would have looked better. I think it's just a branding thing for me.
That's fair. I kind of miss TCU when they had the scales. Like, why'd you become?
This
even
was their
more-
first season that they killed it off.
I don't know why they did that. That's so silly.
I don't know. You're the Horned Frogs. Horned Frogs have really cool scales, even though it's not a real animal, but stuff like that has cool scales.
Like,
Have
why
cool
would-
scales on your jerseys.
Why would you
Like
get rid of it?
when I think of TCU wearing those, guys that come to mind, Quentin Johnston, Max Duggan, quarterback and receiver. I think of Trevon Boykin back in the 2010s, Kayvon Turpin.
It's honestly
Those
like,
are guys I think of. And
it's like Oregon stopped using the duck. Like if they stopped using the feathers and they stopped using like their O. Like
Yeah.
or if Ohio State stopped using the Buckeyes on their helmet. Like that's like you
Yeah.
just can't take that away.
And it's really sad to see because like watching those guys in the scaled jerseys, oh my goodness, made my childhood back in the 2010s. I love those teams.
They gave you guys +5 speed when you went to the national championship. So I don't understand why you got rid of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. But whatever, we'll move on from there. I think Cincy wore all black with their shiny black helmets and they had like red accents on the black jersey, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so glad they wore that because that's just an iconic jersey that you see everywhere on TV, all over social media. Those are the jerseys you saw in the college football playoffs. I just think seeing those in person was really cool.
And it was a great contrast in the snow as well.
Oh my goodness, that if it wasn't for the snow, this would have been a snooze fest. But the snow and the blackout and the lights hitting the players, oh, that was so good. That was so. What'd you say? It was cinematic. Cinematic.
It was
Straight
beautiful.
cinema.
It was beautiful, man.
It's something that you would toggle with the settings in your college football video game because you just love that kind of stuff.
I got like 4 or 5 text messages saying that like the Cincy game was really well edited and it had beautiful footage.
It was. You did a really good job with it, man.
I really didn't think I did. I think I didn't think we got too much like good quality footage. I think the editing was pretty good. I think the intro was fire.
Oh, yeah. And the trailer was really good.
Yeah, but it just like I'm glad people enjoyed it.
It was good, man. Don't doubt yourself.
I'm my biggest critique, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's true for everybody, but you did. It was really good.
Appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate it. So getting into the let's bring up the NIL thing first before we get into the stats. So
Yeah.
you go ahead and explain the Instagram thing I sent you.
So he sent me an Instagram thing. Of course, don't text and drive. So I didn't open my phone until I got here. But this was when I was driving here. So CFB Preem, this is the Instagram account that sent this out. Cincinnati University, not the Bengals, has agreed on a new extension for QB Brendan Sorsby to stay with the school. Again, not the NFL team, a college. Sorsby threw for 2,813 yards, ran for 445, and had 27 total touchdowns while leading the team to a 5-7 record. Thoughts on the new era of college football? I just can't believe we're actually to that stage where, I thought it was just a base salary now, like where you just get all this money to play. Like here's your money, play here.
Do scholarships
And
even
now it's
matter?
like,
Because like if
no, it can't.
because like we're not gonna give you a full scholarship, but we're gonna give you $1 million to pay your tuition.
Yeah, it can't. There's no way.
Because normally I think you'd look at the scholarship, right? You're like, oh, I got a preferred walk on or I got a full scholarship. But now it's like no matter what, NIL can save you either way.
Yeah, but I think what it is here, because the NIL money, it's not coming from the university. I don't think the universities are paying players outright yet. I think it's all donor money that the university is allocating towards these top players. But I just think it's crazy that, we're seeing college football articles that are saying contract extended, 1 more year, 5th-year senior, so-and-so. I mean, you see it with Will Howard at Ohio State. You saw it with Dylan Gabriel playing his a 20th season at Oregon. I think it's crazy. We're seeing stuff like that now.
But would you say that contract, whatever, is worth it for the Cincy quarterback?
Yeah, are you kidding me? Look, Sorsby, we loved watching this guy when we went to Oxford and Miami, and we loved watching him play a week ago. But he's just not. He doesn't have it for the NFL, and if he does, it'll be like a UDFA. I don't think he'll make it.
I think he's probably a standout player on that team. I mean, like he found a way to keep the play alive. He scrambled well. He has a good arm on the run, but he also can sit back in the pocket and sling it. His receivers just constantly kept screwing him over. I mean, he was throwing dimes to his tight ends and to receivers across the middle, and they just couldn't catch. Now there was snow and it was cold, so that's always a factor. But like when your QB's throwing your perfect ball in your chest, you got to catch that thing.
Especially as a Division I receiver who's getting NIL money and has a full scholarship,
Yeah.
there's no excuse. No matter what school it is, it could be Ohio State or even Kent State. You are being paid to specifically be there to play football, catch the ball.
There was a ball that I remember that it was in the end zone of the student section. He threw a perfect over the shoulder, and the receiver, it just glazed off his hands. And then the receiver's like, it was the DB, it's pass interference, there's a flag. I'm like, bro.
It was all him.
It was all on the receiver, and it would have been a touchdown and would have kept him closer in that game. But I will say, the 2 picks he threw in that game,
Those were pretty ugly.
they were really bad reads on him, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he had like no pressure in his face. I'm not sure what he was doing.
Sorsby's final stats for the game, though. 21 for 34, 160 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick, QB rating of 70.
I thought it was 2. Oh, the one didn't count.
I thought it was, or no,
The one
didn't count.
The one went out of bounds.
Yeah, but his QB rating was 7.9. And, oh, yeah, there was another guy that threw the ball. Evan Pryor, number 3, running back. Ohio State transfer to Cincinnati. 0 for 1, 0 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. QB rating of 1.7.
I mean,
That was the flea flicker.
Yes, I mean, there's nothing crazy to really point out, I feel like.
No, this was just a defensive-driven game.
It was, yeah.
Corey Kiner, congratulations to Corey Kiner. I think he's like one of the few running backs for Cincinnati that ever eclipsed 1,000 yards, and he did it not this game, but the week before. But Corey Kiner, 23 carries, 110 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 1 touchdown, longest run of 46 yards. And Sorsby had 12 carries, 93 yards, 7.8 yards per carry, 1 touchdown, 25 being the longest. And then Evan Pryor, 4 carries, 11 yards, 2.8 per carry, no touchdowns, longest of 5.
Number 21 is the guy you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Kiner.
He
He was the guy that
was
broke off that monster run against Miami that we saw.
Yeah, and then he also did a pretty good run down the sideline against TCU. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he was fun to watch. When he got out in the open field, he's fun. And it was weird watching his body. The way he can move his body, it was something I noticed. He's like a power back, I'd say. He's a fast, but he's a power back.
He's like a not stubby, but like he's stout. That's the word I'm looking.
Yeah.
He's like really stout.
But he can get really low and keep running his feet. There was a time where linebackers were just filling the gap, and they were going for his ankles, and he'd lower the shoulder and hit them like in the head with his shoulder. And he found a way to keep running, get the extra yard or two. I was really impressed. Like I don't think I've ever seen a running back do that. So he was able to like get low and keep his feet moving really well.
If there was one guy I really felt bad for, it was that guy. You know, I even before doing the podcast, I love Corey Kiner. You know, I love guys that go back to their roots, that commit and play at their roots, like Levi Gazaric. He's from North Baltimore, played for Bowling Green. Corey Kiner grew up in Cincinnati, went to a high school in Cincinnati, plays for University of Cincinnati. Like that guy he embodies the city of Cincinnati, and it is a senior, and you just hate to see guys like that lose on their senior day. Like
that does suck.
You know, it does. And if there's anyone I've really felt bad for, it's that guy, because he really did play his tail off, had a great season, 1,000 yards.
We've been
He
to so
scored a
many
ton of
senior
touchdowns.
days, dude.
Yeah, we have.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're good. You're good.
Because what we've been to Bluffton,
And
Cinci's,
Toledo's, Western Michigan. That was their senior night.
Really?
Our first D1 episode. That was their senior
That's
night.
4 we've been to.
Yeah.
Wow. How does it make you feel that CF3 will never get his senior night? How does it make you feel?
Maybe your last game during their senior season, or maybe your senior year before you graduate from Bluffton, that last game before you graduate could be your senior night.
Will you walk me out from my last indoor game of my senior year?
Sure, I would.
Walk me out. I'll ask for a little halftime.
I'll bring a rose too.
That'd be sweet, dude. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so what else did I cover from the game? How did TCU do? Did we cover TCU stats?
Not yet. Josh Hoover, 18 for 35, 212 yards, 6.1 yards per pass, 1 pick, 51.3 QB rating. Not much passing. Rushing, House Hengy. My apologies. I know I'm saying that wrong. Okay. Total team had 32 carries. I'm not gonna get into everybody because 6 different guys got the rock.
That's crazy.
Leading rusher, House Hengy, 8 carries, 48 yards, 6.6 yards per carry, longest of 21. And then this other guy, Savion Williams, 8 yards, or excuse me, 8 carries, 10 yards, 1.3 yards a carry. But that guy scored 2 touchdowns, which I think this was their really big guy. Number 3, I don't really remember any of TCU's numbers, but I think it was
it
that big guy.
89? Their tight end was insane.
Yeah. It was 87. Blake Noel, 3 receptions, 75 yards.
Yeah, he got like 2 posts over the middle of the field. Like,
Yeah.
I will say, TCU, they all look the same. They all look really tall, corn-fed. Like, they looked like they towered over Cinci. Like
They did.
They look like a whole different like level of team, even though they played awful. They looked the part, didn't play the part. Like, I'm not even kidding. Their right guard was the same size as their slot receiver. I mean, like, they were all just massive dudes. No, actually, I'm hyperbole, but huge, very insane. The QB play though for TCU,
It was pretty meh.
yeah. 6 different guys got the rock though. Wow.
I think this is just a defensive-driven game because TCU is not used to playing in this because TCU's been in the Big 12 for a really long time. Down in Texas, you don't get weather like this all the time. I think they were more or less just playing keep away.
Yeah, I mean, there really was that whole second half was basically just keep away. I would say.
Yeah, TCU,
and they also just like I said, they capitalized on Cincy's mistakes, which there was quite a lot.
Yeah. For the whole game.
Whoa. Can we call out the 2-minute drill at the end of the game?
Oh, that was horrible.
They threw a ball over the middle or something, and then it was like
they took
20 seconds
to get back on the line of scrimmage,
just to call like a timeout, because they didn't snap the ball, just to call a timeout,
and it took it all the way on to like 1 second.
Yeah, and then they threw like some random ball and it got picked up. It wasn't even near any receiver. No receiver, since the receiver went for it. It was ridiculous. And then we talk about their kicker slipping in the snow twice to miss a 2 PAT. Oh my god!
It was an extra point. It went. It almost hit somebody we were sitting next to because it was such a bad kick.
The first kick he generally just missed, and then the second, I think he slipped in the snow because it almost beamed like one of the dancers or the cheerleaders in the Cincy student section. I'm like, I would have kept the ball though personally. I would have kept that ball and ran with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have blamed you.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't care where we are. I don't care how far we are into the game. I'll end the vlog right there. If a ball lands in my lap, I'm grabbing it,
taking off,
and we're driving home. I know you think I'm kidding right now. I'm not kidding.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl.
First quarter.
Game's tied.
Game just started in the Super Bowl. Ball goes in my lap. I'm running out.
You are taking that Super Bowl ball, and
1
you are
minute,
leaving.
10 seconds in the first quarter. Super Bowl game. Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. My team.
Greatest Super Bowl of all time. And it's 60 to 59 with 2 minutes left in the game.
Got the first quarter ball in my lap, and we're leaving.
We're leaving.
We're
headed. We're going
kidding.
from L.A., California, all the way back to Ohio. We are leaving.
I'm not even kidding with you. I will make you leave. And I'll make you be mad the whole trip home. But I will do it for the ball.
You guys have no idea how crazy this guy is about getting a game ball.
I have like 12 different game balls in my collection. Of at arena, college, high school. I'm a ball thief.
Cincinnati was selling theirs though,
but they weren't like the genuine ones.
Were they not genuine
ones? They were replicas, but they were like the cheaply made ones. They weren't like genuine leather, and the laces were really cheap. It was like a Walmart ball.
Gotcha.
It wasn't worth it. But they were Nike, but they were like the really cheap Nike ones.
I think I know what you're talking about because they were really discounted. They were like $30, but it was like $150. The only team I've ever seen that actually sells their game balls was Ohio State at the hockey game. Because what were they like $250, $260?
Yeah, they were insane.
And they sold game jerseys.
They also got game jerseys. Dude, we gotta go back and snag some of those. They still sell them or next year or something.
Oh, they definitely do. It's Ohio State. They're $1 billion university, one of the richest universities in the world. They definitely could care less about selling the stuff like that.
It'd be a great thing to have in the man.
Oh, I agree. Having an Ohio State jersey and a game ball.
Yeah, all my semi-pro jerseys up. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so sick. We're wearing white this week for semi-pro. I'm excited for the indoor game.
That'll be nice.
I know. I love all white, and we have all white helmets too. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go crazy. But anything else to cover in terms of the game itself?
The drive down was great. Thank you, Kendra, for taking the pressure off of Caleb and I for driving.
Thank you so much, Kendra.
Taking us to your residence.
And she drove like you, going 80 miles an hour, speeding.
Old me, not new me.
Yeah.
Not new me.
Chris is matured.
Yep.
He's matured.
But I do respect anyone that does do that. Kids don't do that though. Don't do it.
She was left lane it the whole way there, speeding, singing.
She was cooking,
singing Taylor Swift and Christmas songs.
We didn't play a single Christmas song on the way down.
Oh, on the way back, I'm sorry.
on the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. Yep. Emily was taking song requests. Emily, who was in the vlog, shout out to Emily. She was like, any song requests? And then go on and play her music. And I was like, all right, Emily. Like, don't even ask.
What are you doing, Emily?
What are you doing? I bet she didn't make it this far in the podcast. But if she did, leave a like. If you did, leave a like, Emily.
But on the way down, we at least watched the Ohio State and Michigan game.
Very fun. Well, no, actually, never mind. I mean, it's nice that football was on. We were watching it, but the Ohio State Michigan game was trash.
That was such a great game. Are you kidding me? That's like
one of the fights at the end, or what do you
mean? A generational game.
Well, you're happy because you can roast our friend Luke. Shout out Luke, but
no, I was just like, it's an upset that never would have happened. That nobody ever would have. Nobody saw coming.
How what was the point differential or whatever?
The Ohio State was favored by 20 points, and it was the largest point spread in the history of the game. Like that is. Just by a numbers game, that is the biggest upset in the history of the Ohio State Michigan game.
Insane.
And I mean, if
Ohio State stinks,
if I were to give a super hot take, Ohio State will never beat Michigan ever again. Never.
Are you dumb?
We are going to die before the next time Ohio State beats Michigan. They will never beat Michigan ever again.
Are we dying tomorrow? Because we still have a good 50, 60, 70 years of life, Chris.
Looks like Michigan's winning 70 in a row.
Why do you think that?
I don't think they'll... After what happened this past Saturday, Michigan killed that program. Ohio State, a dead program. Dead dog, dead in the water.
Did you see
dead
that
program.
Did you see that? There were a bunch of rumors on Instagram that Ryan Day is done. Is it true? Do you know?
I have no idea.
It was all over Instagram.
If he doesn't win the national championship, then he's probably done. Because that's like that is the cardinal
losing to
sin.
Michigan, then not
that
making
is
the national
the
championship.
cardinal sin at Ohio State is losing to Michigan.
Do they have the core? I think they have the team. I don't think they have the quarterback to go to the national championship.
I don't think they have the right mindset to. Or national championship. Yes, I think you're right. I don't think they'll win. I think they'll win. I think they'll make it to the third round, but I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll win the whole thing.
Yeah,
they're not good enough. But no, I just in terms of the game, they had everything. There was no excuse for losing that game.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Michigan stinks this year.
They stink.
Yeah,
bad. Were they 6-6 going to that game? 6.
They were 5-6. Or no, they were. Yeah, no, you're right. They were 6-6.
Yeah,
wow. 6-6.
Yeah. Anyways, going back to Cinci TCU. Let's do our little food review, and I think that's all there is for the game.
I guess before that, I would like to point out how gorgeous the stadium is.
Probably the prettiest one we've been to. Next to, I think Toledo's up there.
I think this one's prettier than Toledo.
Oh, wait, hold on. Miami was nice.
Miami's was really beautiful. I think Toledo comes. I'm fidgeting with this bar down there. That really looks really weird.
ADHD
anyways, no, Miami, great facilities. Toledo is beautiful, but I think out of all the college stadiums we've been to, Cincinnati's the best. It's gorgeous. If you're ever in the area, it's right on their campus, and if you're visiting,
it's
UC,
open.
Yeah, it's open. Our friend Kendra studies there.
I practiced on it. Check out the vlog.
He practiced on it. He got to see the locker rooms, and it's 100 years old, right? Because
the locker rooms look like it. The away locker rooms look terrible.
Yeah, it's a 100-year-old stadium. I bought a hoodie, so next episode we have when I get it. I haven't gotten it. It's shipping. I will wear the hoodie.
I bought a whole fit. So
yeah,
but not with the stadium, unfortunately. But if we go back, maybe I'll get one. So
yeah,
but we are gonna go watch Kendra do her little dance at a basketball. So we're going to a Cincy basketball game coming up.
We are
in February. What was it said?
I think it was in February. She didn't give us an exact date yet.
So stay tuned for February.
Stay tuned for that. But yeah, gorgeous. It's a gorgeous campus. I think it's. I want to say it's over 100 years old. I think it was established in late 1800s, before Bluffton. I think Bluffton was 1899. I think it might have been like 1870s, 1880s. It's an old campus. It's gorgeous.
So you want to give it the best stadium you've been to at the bench of my podcast?
Not the best stadium. I think that title goes to the Browns hands down, and it's going to be hard to beat.
Oh, true.
But outside of the Browns, outside of NFL professional level facilities, I think this is the best stadium we've been to. Hands down. I loved the campus buildings and the city buildings you could see from the stadium. I loved how the openness of it, just being able to walk around, getting concessions, going to hang out. that bridge that we walked across to get to the stadium, and the bridge that was in the stadium too, that went behind the goalpost.
With the brick and like all the shops too on the side that we walked through. That was really cool. I really liked the design of the press box and all the suites just tower over you on the home side.
Gosh,
but you can walk underneath for the concessions, and then there's like, you go inside and there's all there's fast food, and then you go to the bookstore and buy merch, like all that just it felt like you're at an NFL game in a way.
Yeah,
you had fast food
was
with bookstore with an amazing view in stadium.
Yeah, and that is hands down the best team shop I've ever been to at a college game.
Jordan, Nike gear.
It was level. It was NFL level. You know, I've been to Ohio State and Michigan, and they couldn't hold a candle. They couldn't even lace up Cincinnati's cleats with how good this shop was.
I like that. That's a good analogy right there.
Yeah.
One thing I will critique though, all I saw was Cincy basketball merch. I didn't see any other sport merch.
That's kind of what they're good at.
Yeah.
I mean, football, they really peaked in 2021. As you saw in the video, we got that shot of the national semifinals thing. That was when they peaked with Sauce Gardner, Desmond Ritter, and Kobe Bryant, those guys. They've been rebuilding since.
Not Kobe Bryant, though, the NBA player.
Yeah.
Different guy.
I think he plays for Seattle still. I don't know, but but they're on a tear though in basketball, because I think Kendra said they beat Ohio State in this year in basketball. So hey, market and cater to what is working at your university. 'Cause I bet if we went to a Kansas game or a Kentucky game, it's going to be all basketball. But yeah, no, Keem Store, amazing. The brick structures and the architecture surrounding the stadium, gorgeous. I love stadiums that are tucked into their campus. It reminded me a lot of UNC Charlotte, because Charlotte's the same way. It's in dead center of the campus and it's surrounded by their campus buildings. I think that's really what I think that was a big selling point to me, was being able to see all the old buildings. And I loved that building that was behind us in the student section in that end zone, that big red brick structure building. I don't know what it was. I'm sure Kendra probably knows, but I loved that being right there. And what was that brick structure that was right behind the student section though? Like, not that was in the stadium. What was it? Was like, it looked like a gargoyle almost, didn't it?
I don't know.
What was that?
I just thought it was a wall. I just thought it was a giant.
It might have been.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. Like, Cincy, just beautiful. It really is.
They do it right.
And going back to the bridge point that Chris brought up, dude, I wish it would have stayed. At least I would have ran over there and stood in that bridge when they ran out from underneath. That's right where they run out.
Next time.
That would have been a great shot.
Next time.
Yeah, if I'm a videographer, I'm standing on that bridge and watching them run out. Because, I mean, you're getting their backside, but, like, I feel like it'd be so cool watching them flow out.
But you'll have the student section and the fireworks.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I pictured when we watched them run out.
Yeah.
That's so sick, dude.
Next time
for sure.
Hey, Bowling Green plays them September 6th in the NIP. So
in the NIP, on the NIP.
Hey, I'll be there. I'm gonna be there.
I don't know if I'll be there.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have. I don't know if you'll have something going on or not. But.
Don't know. Food review before we get out of here.
Yeah, we got the same exact thing. We got,
the burger
I believe it was
basket.
called the burger basket.
Probably one of the best burgers I've ever had at a sports event.
Oh, that was probably the best burger I've ever had at a sporting event.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I can't. I don't even know what could be second to that. I can't even think of anything.
And it wasn't like a fast food chain or anything. It was
genuinely.
It was a concession stand.
Yeah, and it was thick. I wish it was a little bit more juicy.
Me too.
Dude, so much cheese, which I love on a cheeseburger. It wasn't too hard to bite into. It was chewy, but not too chewy. Fries, I really enjoyed the seasoning on the fries.
Me too. I love crunchy fries.
Emily hated them. Emily gave them a 2.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I think mine was a 7. I think my basket is 7.
I either gave it a 7 or a 7.5, or maybe 6.5. I don't remember.
Yeah.
You have to rewatch the vlog.
Gonna have to.
But, great food. They had Skyline chili. I really wanted to try the Skyline chili, but we thought it would be better to review the actual concession stand food rather than a chain food that's already been proven.
I'm not gonna lie. If you made me pick a college that I was a fan of based on the game experience, the fans, the student section, the atmosphere, the concessions, the bookstore, I think I'm picking Cincy. Like,
me too.
I'm not a fan of any college. Like, we say we root for BG around here because we go to a lot of the games and we're close to BG, and my best friend goes to BG. But, like, I'm not a fan of any college. I just love college football. I just love football. I'm a football connoisseur. Kind of how Chris is a burger connoisseur. stay tuned for that for the burger reviews.
And go ahead.
I think if Chris was like put a gun to my head and was like pick one, I'd probably pick Cinci.
I wouldn't blame you. Personally, for me, this is, or I guess not personally, I guess for the podcast, this is probably the first time we've ever been to a college football game where all the students are fans of that team. Because, we go to these MAC schools, it's like Miami, Toledo, Bowling Green. There's these people root for Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. These guys live, breathe, eat, drink, and sleep Cincinnati Bearcats football.
The students are actually like big time fans. And also, it's normally a tradition to leave at halftime.
They stayed.
Most of them stayed. I mean, there was some that left, but most of them stayed.
And it was 20-7 at halftime.
And a lot of them started taking off clothing items towards the end of the game.
Well, I think that might constitute because they were doing other things that made them warm.
Yeah, for sure. But there was a lot of shirtless men there having a great time.
Hey, diehards. Those are diehard fans.
That's what makes football such a special game. Just that right there.
Yep. And that kind of stuff will be passed on from generation to generation.
Like,
hey, little Timmy, look at this picture of me at Cincinnati.
I was 20 years old and half naked at a game.
It snowed. I got on TV.
I painted my face blue, my body red.
Yeah. Even though Bearcats aren't blue.
Nope, they're not. I don't know. But there was someone who painted themselves the one time we saw them. There was someone there painted a color.
I saw somebody wearing a Penn State jersey. Or no, it was a Nash and Jenny jersey. That's what it was. Maybe it was that because I saw somebody wearing a Nash and Jenny jersey. Yeah. Which, if we ever go to, we probably will make it to a Boise State game because realistically, that guy's probably going to go to the NFL after this season.
Probably.
But whatever team he plays for, we are getting Boise State jerseys, and we're going to the game with Boise State jerseys.
100%. But yeah, guys, I think that's all we really got for y'all. Kind of covered everything that we want to talk about from Cincy, and hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Chris, any closing thoughts, man?
I think we might have covered everything. I think that's a review, guys.
It's a good review.
I think that's a
good
review, good recap. So
close us out, man.
Wherever you're watching this, whatever you're watching, have a great morning, noon, afternoon, and night. God bless you guys. Stay smart, stay safe, take care. College kids, good luck in finals. I know it's very hard. We are going through it as well.
We're suffering.
So, good luck and finish strong.
We'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.